Friends, Sleepy here. It's Friday, so you guys know what that means. It's time for another episode of the weekly playlist. I've got some great games to share with you guys that I've been playing this week. I actually have been playing on a few different consoles. This week I didn't stick to just one. Like last week I was playing a lot of PlayStation 1 games. This week I mixed it up with a few different consoles. I'll let you guys know my thoughts and opinions on the games, and of course, I would like to hear what your guys' thoughts, what your opinions are on the games I shared with you guys today, and if you have any recommendations on games you think I should pick up and play, please let me know. I always like to hear from you guys. I always like finding and discovering new games I might not have heard of, or I might not have ever got around to playing, so let me know those recommendations. We'll get started here. First game I played, and this was on the Sega Dreamcast, and that was Dino Crisis, which I'm a big fan of Dino Crisis. I beat it a couple different times on PlayStation 1, but I actually never did beat it on the Sega Dreamcast. Now, I had a disc-only copy, so I printed up my own cover for it, but this is a fantastic game made by Capcom. It's a survival horror game, just like Resident Evil. Controls the same with the tank controls and everything. It's basically, Resident Evil, but if you just get rid of the zombies and replace it with dinosaurs. Fun game. You play as Regina, and your team is sent to investigate a research compound. You find it's gone haywire, and you're going there. You find out you're being stalked and hunted by dinosaurs, velociraptors, T-Rex, and stuff. Very fun game. Definitely recommend it on PlayStation 1 or Dreamcast. The Dreamcast has better graphics because it's a more powerful console. Very fun game, though. If you're a big fan of Resident Evil games, survival horror games, I recommend Dino Crisis 1. Really fun. You can also get the sequel, Dino Crisis 2, on PlayStation 1. They never did put it on Dreamcast. But I had a lot of fun going through playing this. I played this for about an hour and a half. I got pretty far in the game, too. There's like 3 different endings in the game. So definitely one you can play through multiple times and get your different endings. Very fun title, though. Highly recommend Dino Crisis. PlayStation 1 or Dreamcast, can't go wrong with it. And they're fairly cheap games, about $10 usually in my area. So good game to get. Next up for the Nintendo Wii, played Kirby's Return to Dreamland, which I'm a big fan of Kirby games. This is actually a game you can play with 4 players. I played through some of the stages with my wife and son, so we had 3 players. You can play as King Dedede, Meta Knight, Waddle Dee, or you can play as 4 different colored Kirbys. They have a blue Kirby, green, yellow, and of course the classic pink. Very fun game, classic Kirby style, going through the world. You can absorb enemies, get their powers and stuff. And it's really fun to go through the story with multiple people. It's not, the hardest game. Kirby games are pretty easy, so it's a fairly easy game. I would definitely recommend this to anybody. I do have to warn you, though, that it is pricey. Like, this is like a $50 to $80 game at my local game stores here. And I know online it's pretty expensive, too, just because it's really fun and sought after. But if you ever get a chance to get Kirby's Return to Dreamland playthrough, it has a fun little story. Like I say, you can play through 4 characters. And it's that classic control scheme, classic Kirby game. If you like other Kirby games in the series, you'll definitely like Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Just be warned, it is kind of expensive, but it's a really good title for the Nintendo Wii. So the Wii, a lot of people say there's a lot of shovelware, but there are still some real gems on the Nintendo Wii. And I had a lot of fun playing this Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Great game. Definitely recommend that. Get that if you're a fan of Kirby. You'll not go wrong. Just be warned, it is kind of expensive. My son and I actually went through and finished beating this 100%, and that was New Super Mario Bros. Wii. So this is when they launched the new Super Mario Brothers. This Mario series, went back to its 2D roots with the HD collection. I actually got this with my Super Mario Brothers Nintendo Wii, the red one. And this game was in there. And we had gone through, my son and I played it, and then we hadn't played it for a long time. And I wanted to go through and beat the last couple levels. And I finally 100% of this, got all the coin stars. I got all the secret route, what was it, like I don't remember what the hell that thing, like the Star Road, like I got all the secrets. We 100% beat this game, everything in it. It was really fun. Great game for the Nintendo Wii. If you got the Wii and you never played New Super Mario Bros. Wii, you gotta get it. It's a fairly cheap game. Probably get it for like 10, 15, maybe 20 at the most, but most places you probably get it for $10. Really fun game, really good one for the Wii, and you can play with up to 4 players too, which is really cool. You have the Toads, Mario, and Luigi, and then you have the different powers in the game. Really fun. Definitely recommend this. It was great, and it was awesome that we finally 100% beat this game. Really good. Having a lot of blasts with it, so that was good. Now we're going to move on and finish beating the New Super Mario Brothers U for the Wii U. I need to finish beating that 100% to get all the secrets and stuff. That's another fantastic game. So happy to get that and spend time with my son. Always good. And then for the original Xbox, played another survival horror game, and this is one that's called Cold Fear by Ubisoft and Darkworks. This is an awesome game. It controls similar to like Resident Evil 4, where you're over the shoulder and control. You're on this ship. That's the only part I'm at right now, where you during this Arctic storm, get a distress signal sent from a seemingly abandoned Russian whaler. As Coast Guard veteran Tom Hansen, you board to investigate and discover unthinkable horrors lurking in the ship with zombies and creatures and stuff. And it's really cool is mechanics, the boat's going, rocking back and forth through the storm, and waves are hitting it, and it actually affects the way you play. Sometimes the boat might hit a wave and you'll actually slide around, and when you're inside, cargo containers can move around and it'll affect the enemies and stuff. Very, very fun game. Definitely recommend it. It's a great horror game. If you've not played it before, definitely get Cold Fear for the original Xbox. It's a great survival horror game, and it's really awesome. I had a lot of fun with it. I definitely need to beat it. I played it a long time ago, forgot about it, so I started all over and got a little ways in the game. It is really, really a fun game. Definitely recommend getting it. There's a lot of weapons to find in the game, and the enemies can be really difficult at times. And then, like I said, with the ship can rock and stuff, it can actually, make it harder for you to fight sometimes. And you can also have to watch out because you can get swept off the ship and die and have to start over. But really fun game. If you like survival horror games, definitely recommend Cold Fear. Such an awesome game. As always, guys, do our quick recap of the games that I played this week. First up was Dino Crisis, classic game by Capcom. Same kind of controls as Resident Evil. It's basically Resident Evil but with dinosaurs. Awesome game. You can get on PlayStation 1. You can get on Dreamcast. Highly recommend it. Very fun survival horror game. Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Great game in the Kirby series. You can play up to 4 players. Really fun game. You have King Dedede, Meta Knight, Waddle Dee, and then there's 4 different colored Kirby's you can play as. Has the same classic control scheme as other Kirby games, absorb powers and stuff. Very fun game, has a great story. Just be warned though, it is kind of pricey, about $50 to $80 game depending on where you go. Definitely worth it though. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, fantastic game. Absolutely love this. This week with my son and I, we finally 100% beat it. Went through all the courses, got all the secrets, got all the secret stages and stuff beat. Fantastic game. Highly, highly recommend that. You're a fan of Mario games, if you haven't played this one, pick it up. Can't go wrong. Great 2D Mario. And then the last one was Cold Fear, another survival horror game. Plays, similar like Resident Evil 4. And it's really awesome. Has unique mechanic of you being on a ship. And, it goes back and forth in the water, and that can affect how you play. Sometimes your character will slide around, boxes, stuff will get in the way, and you have to fight these crazy mutated creatures. Very fun survival horror game. Highly recommend that. So if you guys have played any of these 4 titles, let me know your thoughts and opinions on them. Love to hear from you guys. Of course, if you guys have any recommendations on games you think I should play, please let me know. I have a variety of consoles, and I have a taste in a variety of games. I love a different genres and stuff. I don't stick to just one. I play all kinds of stuff. So please let me know your guys' recommendations. I want to thank you for watching. Take care. Have a great day. And Sleepy will see you next time.